Welcome once again to the Men of Valor teaching series. Topic: understanding your position and responsibilities as a man. Isaiah 39 verse 19 says, "The father shall make known your truth to the children." The father shall make known your truth to the children. One of the primary duty of the male man is to teach and to guide humanity, starting from his family, the ways of the Lord. It is a command from creation. In the book of Genesis, chapter 22, from verse 7, the Bible said, "But Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, 'My father.' And he said, 'Here I am, my son.' And he said, 'Look, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for burnt offering?' And Abraham said, 'My son, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering.' So the two of them went together." This is a very important experience. Abraham and Isaac journeyed for 3 days. And after 3 days, Isaac began to ask Abraham very important and deep question. He said, "My father Abraham, there is firewood. There is fire here. But something is missing. There is no lamb for this sacrifice." Now, what this question reveals is that Isaac is a child that understood the process of making sacrifices to God. He understood the ingredients that must be placed together for sacrifice to be accepted unto God. He understood the laws of God. He understood that you cannot make sacrifice without a lamb, because the lamb is the substance that the fire will consume. So he began to ask his father, "I can see the fire, I can see the wood, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" It means that Abraham has taken time to teach Isaac the principles of making sacrifices to God. If Isaac is your child today, can he ask you such a question? Are your children so knowledgeable in the things of God that they can ask you such a question? That they can help you to make amends when you're making mistakes? Because Isaac identified a mistake in what Abraham was doing. He said, "Look, my father, there's a problem here. From what you've taught me, from what I know about God, we cannot be making sacrifice without a lamb. In fact, we are in error, because this sacrifice will not be accepted unto God." And the question is, if Isaac is your child, that boy at home, will he ask you such question? Is he knowledgeable enough to know that a sacrifice without a lamb is unacceptable? Will he be able enough to know that what you're doing is unacceptable? Abraham had raised Isaac to be a child who understood the ways of the Lord, to be a child who would not make sacrifices that is unacceptable to God. So I want to ask you, are you teaching your family the principles of godly living, of righteousness? Or are you provoking them to rot?